Media Group.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans with my husband of 8 years, actually, Allen Evans.
Hey, Trey in the house.
When I was a younger man, I hadn't a care. I was fooling around, hitting the town, growing my hair.
Whoa.
You came along and stole my heart when you entered my life. Ooh, babe, you got what it takes, so I made you my wife.
Bum.
Since then, I never looked back. It's almost like living a dream. And ooh, I love you. Now, we might have a little bit of that wrong. We might have a little bit of that wrong.
I mean, that's not the worst I've ever heard us sing, but definitely we were a little off key there.
Well, we didn't have any accompaniment.
That's okay.
But that was our first dance song from our wedding. We're recording this on July the 1st, 2025, which is our 8th wedding anniversary. And we just got back from having our early anniversary dinner.
8th wedding anniversary, 8 years, babe. Can you believe it?
I can't. It
you
flew
can't?
by. It flew. Well, I can't. I believe we lasted. I just can't believe it's. What is all this? I just can't believe it's gone so quickly.
It has gone quickly. It's a very generic thing to say, but it has,
it's
gone very quickly.
In a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
And I was just saying that come January will be our 10-year dating anniversary.
Yeah.
Not that we're celebrate that or anything, but yeah, 8 years. So happy anniversary, honey. This is, I looked it up. It's our bronze anniversary. That's the traditional gift of bronze. Now, I have been searching for months for the perfect bronze-themed anniversary gift to give you. But what I decided was, screw it. When you reached out to me about a week ago and said, hey, Bryan Adams is coming to town. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't that be a fun concert to go to? And it's coming. He's coming in November.
Yeah.
I said, that would be. And I figured bronze.
There you go.
It sounds sort of like bronze, Bryan Adams. Mm-hmm. So that's our anniversary gift to each other. We're great tickets to see Bryan Adams.
I'm super pumped about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen him. I mean, a million great songs.
I think we're going to be surprised at how many we've forgotten.
But if you're not familiar, you may be a younger podcast listener, which is okay. Maybe you're not familiar with Bryan Adams. Canadian.
Yeah.
Sold 100 million records.
I don't know about that.
Worldwide.
But he allegedly
and
reportedly had an affair with Princess Diana.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And big in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, very big. I remember in college, my friend down the hall, Stacy from Oregon, she thought the song, I Need Somebody, hey, what about you? She thought that was the funniest song ever. And she would always walk around, I need somebody, hey, what about you? She did that all the time. So that's the only way I can hear that song now.
She's doing Bryan Adams
bits.
He's 65.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch. That's a punch in the gut.
He's
a little older than me.
British Canadian singer, good eye, mate, songwriter, record producer, photographer, and philanthropist.
Well, you could say all those things too, couldn't you? Songwriter, photographer.
Yeah, he sold more than 100 million records and singles worldwide, placing him on the list of the best-selling music artists.
Well, the thing that always got me about Bryan Adams that never made sense to me, he is a little older than both of us. I mean,
yes.
I'm 58. I don't lie about my age. Man, can you believe that? But he always sang that song, The Summer of 69. And I was like, mathematically, that doesn't equate. Well, then he finally said a couple years ago, it was about the sexual position and not about the summer of 1969. He had to be tongue-in-cheek, right?
I don't understand.
Well, I think he was being tongue-in-cheek about it. But that was Bryan Adams and Everything I Do.
Yeah,
that was
you. That was from the Robin Hood.
From Robin Hood with Kevin Costner, my good friend and potential lover.
Pal.
And potential lover.
Your
in
pal.
another universe.
Your pal, Kevin Costner.
Yes.
So yeah, super pumped about Bryan Adams. Kelly and I just got back from this place called
Haywire,
where we had a wonderful, wonderful anniversary dinner.
Yeah, we went very early. We made a 5:30 reservation.
Oh, we were the blue plate special.
Well, that's
babe.
because we have flights so early tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
After what? We'll get into that after what?
Well, we got a lot to talk about.
Like what?
Well, me and the Dillster went to a golf tournament this weekend.
Yeah.
I thought I might review some of that.
Big doings.
The anniversary festivities, Haywire, that was fun. I had a little old fashioned. Kelly had a martini.
As I do.
Had a prime rib and mac and cheese. And you
I had a petite filet, as I do.
Petite filet.
And here's the thing. I get to choose a side, and I chose the Brussels sprouts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, give us some heads up, Haywire, that there is, number one, cilantro on top.
I love
Why?
cilantro. I love cilantro.
I do not, but who would have thought that I need to say no cilantro? But it wasn't so much that I had trouble. I could just easily pluck it off the top. But then there were pecans in it. Mm-hmm. And people have really bad nut allergies.
Some people are allergic.
Now I have a mild pecan allergy. So it just makes my throat kind of, where I have to like scratch it from the inside. My lips get a little itchy and stuff.
Right.
So I just pick those out. But still, they need to put a warning on that.
They really should.
Otherwise, delicious.
They really should. Or maybe it said on the menu. We just didn't see.
It didn't. I looked. It said Brussels sprouts.
Oh.
But very, very good. And they had like a little spice to them. Get the Brussels sprouts. I highly recommend. Just leave out the cilantro.
Well, Haywire, highly recommend.
Yeah, we love it there.
Highly recommend Haywire.
And the trick is there's a place, if you're in the area, the Dallas-Fort Worth area, they have an outdoor performance venue there called Legacy Hall. And the patio of Haywire overlooks Legacy Hall. So you could potentially make a dinner reservation on the patio and enjoy a concert for free.
We saw the AC/DC cover
Tribute band.
there.
They do a lot of tribute bands
Def
there.
Leppard tribute band there.
That was for my birthday.
Was for your birthday.
A couple of years ago.
A lot of really good bands there.
Yeah.
Speaking of AC/DC, I saw somebody posted, AC/DC they're still touring. Those dudes are almost 80.
That's pretty shocking considering the damage that he's probably done to his vocal cords.
Well, it was sad because they were showing some footage. This person filmed some footage from the concert. And there weren't a lot of people there. And the people that were there were kind of like not really into it. And they looked old.
Well, they're getting a check. I guess that there comes a point where you just need the check.
For them. Like,
at
what point do you just quit?
I don't know. I guess we just assumed that everybody that's a star on TV or on rock and roll is rich. I got luckily invited to an event for Farmhouse Fresh. It's a skincare line that uses they grow all the herbs and everything for their skincare. It's really great. They're located right up the street. No, I'm just telling you. They're located right up the street. They've just been very nice to me, so I'm going to pretend they were nice to me. No, they've just been very nice to me. They've invited me to this event where they were honoring unsung heroes, and they invited Lisa Whelchel to come and speak. Do you know who Lisa Whelchel is?
No.
Blair from Facts of Life.
Oh, I do know Lisa Whelchel.
So
yes,
so that's another thing. Like my daughter wouldn't have any idea, but if you grew up anywhere,
I knew Blair. I didn't know Lisa Whelchel.
Lisa Whelchel portrayed Blair. She's from Fort Worth, Texas.
I did not know that.
And her story is shocking.
Is it?
When she was 12 years old or something like that, she auditioned and got on the Mickey Mouse Club, the new Mickey Mouse Club. And because her family and everybody was based in Fort Worth, she basically got shipped off to LA, and the mom found 2 nannies who rotated and just stayed with her. And it's kind of like she had to start fending for herself and being controlling her own destiny and schedule starting at age 12 or 13. And she was talking about all the money that she made from Facts of Life, which was good. I don't know if they had the syndication deals like they have now, like the Friends are set for life.
Or Kid Craddock Morning Show.
Right.
Nationally syndicated.
Right. Oh, I'm set for life. Wink, wink. She was saying how she lost all of it in some bad investments when the market crashed and everything, about back in the 80s or whatever.
Yeah.
She lost everything.
Oh, man.
And had to start over. So just because we think we see people that are on TV or have music careers or whatever, we assume they're all loaded. If they were all loaded, they wouldn't be touring like that for crowds that don't care.
Yeah.
Just to get a check. So anyway, you never know. You are going to love Legacy Box. You know, becoming a parent changes how you look at memories. While we're savoring and saving every moment with our kids, suddenly you start to realize a lot of important memories from our childhood. They're trapped on VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, photo albums, crammed into boxes labeled "Do Not Throw Away" and shoved into an attic. Those are at risk of being destroyed by heat, moisture, disaster, time. And once they're gone, they're gone. That's why you need Legacy Box now. They're the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos. And the process is so simple. They send you a Legacy Box and you fill it up with old VHS tapes, pictures, film reels, slides, DVDs, whatever you've got. Their team in Tennessee carefully digitizes it all by hand. They send you back the originals plus digital files on the cloud or a thumb drive. Ordering a Legacy Box is one of the best things I've done for my family, because now instead of just telling my kids about that crazy vacation I took to the mountains when I was a kid, I get to show them and relive it with them. And right now, during Legacy Box's Father's Day sale, you can save big while preserving your family's history. Visit legacybox.com/sandwich to get started today. That's legacybox.com/sandwich. It's the little things that make a big difference in how I feel. Now, for me right now, it's about stretching. I didn't realize how stiff I was until I started doing it. I love when I can stretch a little further than before. It makes me feel refreshed when I'm done. And you know, a little makeup refresh can make all the difference too with Thrive Cosmetics, my go-to clean makeup routine year-round. Now, of course, their Brilliant Eye Brightener and Stella Champagne is always in my makeup bag. Actually, I need to reorder more. I'm almost out. But it comes in 32 shades, and the Shenna Mint Green Shimmer looks really fun for summer. Their Empower Matte Precision Lipstick Crayon, it's really amazing. It gives you a beautiful color that lasts without feeling dry. They have 18 buildable shades, and I love the Dusty Rose Kaiza color. I think that's how you pronounce it. But the best part, for every product you buy, Thrive donates products and funds to help communities thrive. So far, they've given over $150 million in products and cash to over 600 giving partners. This is beauty with purpose. Amplify your summer look with Thrive Cosmetics. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/sandwich for an exclusive 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich. I don't think I've ever talked about it on this podcast before, but one day I was walking past the windows going upstairs and I noticed this greasy cooking smell. You know what I mean? It turns out it was our blinds. Something about the sun was breaking them down over the years. And who knows how long they were there before we bought our house. We needed new blinds bad, and that's what led me to 3-Day Blinds. I absolutely loved how easy they made the whole process. They send a professionally trained design consultant to your home. It's a free, no obligation, same-day quote. And they've got thousands of options to fit any budget and style. It's not just blinds. They've got shades, shutters, drapery too. 3-Day Blinds even has those motorized smart blinds that work with Alexa. Those are so cool. They take all the measurements. They handle the installation too. And it's perfect because I'm not handy. And what a difference it's made. This is an upgrade that makes your whole house feel refreshed and polished without having to do a big renovation. Right now, get quality window treatments that fit your budget with 3-Day Blinds. Head to 3dayblinds.com/sandwich for their buy one, get one 50% off deal on custom blinds, shades, and drapery. For a free, no charge, no obligation consultation, just head to dayblinds.com/sandwich. One last time, that's buy one, get one 50% off when you head to the 3dayblinds.com/sandwich.
Well, there's that thing called taxes. Then you got to pay all your entourage.
Yeah.
And then you got to pay for your lifestyle.
I don't think Lisa Whelchel has all that big stuff.
Not anymore.
She's just a normal person.
Yeah.
And she was saying how she decided to get back in, to the groove and to the grind. And she auditioned for Survivor a few years ago because she'd gotten out of the business for a while and did Survivor. And that, of course, got her back in the public eye. And she started working for Hallmark, and she did a couple of Hallmark movies. And then her agent called and said, hey, we want to do some more. And they were like, they're looking for somebody younger and fitter.
Whoa.
That she was too old and a little too plump.
So basically, you're too old and too fat.
Basically,
you're too old and you're too fat.
That's what she was saying. They wanted somebody younger and fitter, which is code for you're too old and too fat, right?
Wow.
And I was like, wow, it is a harsh business.
That is
so anyway,
harsh.
it was just a very,
It's
very
way
interesting
harsh.
story, and I really enjoyed
getting
to hear from Lisa Whelchel. She actually made me tear up a little bit at the end of her speech, so that was
harsh.
good.
I thought all bodies are beautiful.
Well, that's what they say. But I went to meet her, and of course, I wanted there to be this soul connection. I wanted her to be like, "Give me your number. You're so great." No,
Didn't happen.
No, it didn't quite happen that way. But it was still good. It was still good. I was glad. I never thought in a million years I'd be meeting Blair from Facts of Life, which I'm sure
That's pretty cool.
Oh, Lisa Welchel, I should say. I'm sure she doesn't want to be always referred to Blair from Facts of Life, but it was cool.
She has a name.
Lisa Welchel.
That's pretty cool. So speaking of meeting, I guess celebrities or people in the public eye, me and the Dillster, Dylan, went to our son, our 12-year-old. I surprised him by taking him to his first pro golf tournament this last weekend. So we went on the final day. It was a Sunday. And this was held in Dallas. Actually, it was in Carrollton.
A suburb.
Yeah, a suburb of Dallas at this place called the Maridoe Country Club.
Never heard of it.
Well, I did a little digging on this place. It was just a golf course, and it went under in like the mid-2000s or something. Some billionaire bought the property and then totally redesigned the course and turned it into this big fancy country club. Because his wish was to eventually get a pro tournament there. So fast forward to 2025, and now there is it's called LIV, not the PGA Tour.
It's not called the LIV Tour, it's the LIV Tour?
This is the LIV Tour. People call it LIV. But this is the LIV Tour event in Dallas.
So it's 54.
54 holes.
I mean,
so
LIV stands for, in Roman numerals, 54.
There you go. They play 3 rounds, which is 54 holes, which is a little different than the PGA Tour. But,
Very rock and roll.
I know a lot of you listeners aren't really big golf fans, but I'll throw out a couple of names of players that were there. Phil Mickelson, Bryson DeChambeau, Sergio Garcia, Bubba Watson, John Rahm, Paul Casey, Cam Smith. Really, really great players. And Dylan was super excited to go do this. So I took him on Sunday. Free parking. The tickets weren't bad. I mean, it was a very good. They had these nice coaches that took us to the Maridoe, to the front of the course. They dropped us off, went in, all these nice flags and signage and fanfare. We walk into the country club, into the area, where the clubhouse is, in the first tee and the 18th green and the 9th green and all that. Lots of music. They're big on music. And there's always a guy running around who's like the MC.
The hype man.
He's like the Michael Buffer of the LIV Tour.
Who's Michael Buffer?
He's that guy who was like, let's get ready to rumble. The guy
that's annoying.
The boxing thing,
That's annoying.
Anyway, he was doing this bit on like the first tee and just trying to get people hyped up. They had a skydiving team that came down and brought the team flags down and brought the American flag down.
Do you think this is working? All this the rock and roll, the hype.
I will say this. I've been to other golf tournaments. This one had more young people, couples, women, like guys with their date. They were taking them on a date than I remember seeing at other golf tournaments. Like other golf tournaments to me were a little stuffier.
Dude, the player, just watching a little bit on TV, the players seem grumpy. Am I wrong?
No, I don't think you're wrong. I think
it was hot.
I think part of the problem was, babe, it was so hot.
But the players all seemed rushed and grumpy.
And the course was really, really difficult. It was hard, even for the pros.
Yeah, somebody quit, right? So I'm not even coming back.
There's a dude named Brooks Koepka who's won several very, very prestigious tournaments like U.S. Opens. He just quit. And that is very rare for a guy gets up and just quit. He's like, I'm out. I'm not playing this thing.
But I just noticed on TV, I was watching with Dylan, and Dylan's 12, almost 13. And so he's looking at it through a very different set of eyes than I am. He watches a lot of YouTube golfers. And I thought, well, maybe this is geared more towards the new generation of golfers who need that constant stimulation, the boom, 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 the lights and fireworks. And he was even watching saying, this is weird.
Yeah.
He's like, it just was weird.
I watched the TV coverage.
I like the traditional.
And I didn't care for it. But I'm telling you, when
in
you're
person, it's
in
different.
person, it was actually okay.
Well, I get that, but don't they make their most money from the TV broadcast? So they need to kind of cater to that. And when you see the golfers hitting, and in the background you hear dunk, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
What is love? Baby, it don't hurt me.
Yeah, I mean, they were literally playing club music.
Weird.
Yeah, it was a little strange.
And then I saw on social media all these celebrities were there.
Medja.
You never saw any.
Chris Tucker was there.
But you never saw him.
He was up in the club.
Anthony
54.
Anderson was there. Never.
Dennis
you
Quaid,
never saw him.
Dennis Quaid
yeah,
was there.
they're all hiding in the VIP air conditioning tents. I guess
we were not there. No.
But anyway, as
wonderful experience.
His favorite player, Bryson DeChambeau.
He got a high five from Bryson DeChambeau. It was crazy.
And a lot of autographs, not from Bryson, but because he was on a different hole.
Right. Well, we befriended this older lady, and she was one of the volunteers, and she was one of the gatekeepers as the players came off the 9th hole. And she saw that Dylan was holding a white bucket hat with a Sharpie, and she says, hey, if you want an autograph, just walk down a little bit further, and I guarantee if you just hold out your hat and your Sharpie and just politely say, hey, Sergio, or hey, Bubba, they will 100% come up to you. And she said they're really good about that.
Especially for kids.
Yeah, for kids. Yeah.
Not for adults, though.
Well, maybe not as much for adults. Yeah. But sure enough, he did that. And there was a pro named Taylor Gooch. He went to Oklahoma State. He's a good player, just not very well known. A couple of other dudes. But then Sergio Garcia, who's a really pretty famous golfer. He's won the Masters. Bubba Watson, who's won the Masters, he got both their autographs, and they, sure enough, came right up to him, took his hat, signed it, and they looked at me like, "Do you want one?" Kind of like, "Are you going to get one too?" And I just said, "Thank you, Sergio. That was awesome." And he just kind of nodded and went to the next person, And same with Bubba. I said, "Thanks, Bubba. That was awesome." And he just kind of nodded, went to the next.
Yeah,
guy.
we need to have to get like a hat tree for Dylan's room.
Oh man,
because he's already got one from Bryson, from somebody else that got it for him.
Right.
But he got a fist bump from Bryson, so
he
that's
was
one
so
step closer.
Pumped. He was so pumped. And
the next day, he's like, got to go play golf. Got to go play. It's 100 degrees. We're going to go play golf.
But I was kind of hinting at about, we got there right when the gates opened at 10 a.m. The tournament goes to like 5:30. We're out there all day. It's like 98 degrees, And I'm kind of hinting to Dill. I'm like, hey, bud, like, anytime you're ready to go, I'm ready to go. I'm like, I'll stay here as long as you want, but if you're getting hot, you want to go home, get something to drink, jump in the pool, that's totally cool with me. He goes, no, let's go pick up a couple more groups and walk around some more. And I'm like, okay. So we walked around, found a couple of groups to follow. Then we went back to the first tee, watched some guys hit, went back to the 18th green, watched some guys hit, come in and putt or whatever. He was there from start to finish. And hit the merch tent, of course. He wanted a couple of hats, got a couple of hats. So all in all.
Dylan's big into souvenirs.
He likes souvenirs.
We'd go to when he was younger, any amusement park, as soon as we crossed the gates. Can I get a souvenir? Can I get a souvenir? It was really like, ugh.
Yeah.
Can we wait, Dylan? I want a souvenir now.
Yeah.
I don't know, forget that.
But LIV, I recommend. I was kind of skeptical. And I know the LIV tour gets a lot of hate. For a lot of reasons.
No, watching on TV was weird. Well, it was different. It's just not what we're used to, I guess.
And you want to get into the business side of it. The Saudis fund it. So a lot of people have a problem with that too. The Saudi Arabians are the backers of this tour. Mm-hmm. So some people have a kind of a problem with that as well. But if you're just there to watch golf and have a good time, laid back, not spend a gazillion dollars.
This is for you.
You can get so close to the players because there aren't that many people there. Like you're literally standing next to them, and for a little kid, that is a big deal. I remember my dad taking me to a couple of tournaments when I was a kid, and I still remember. I don't remember a lot from being a kid. I remember those times 100% because I was like, holy crap, there's freaking Greg Norman, there's Jack Nicklaus, there's Arnold Palmer. I mean, I saw these dudes, you know?
That's great.
And you take that with you your whole life. So I think those dudes made Dylan a fan for life, for sure.
Well, it's fun to watch his enthusiasm just continue to grow. And like he promised us, one day he's going to win the Masters so he can take us to play anytime we want.
I like when he says that. I just tell him to just dream big, man. There's nothing wrong with dreaming.
That's the way it starts, unless you just fall into it, sort of like this podcast. Just kind of fell into it.
Yeah, good call.
And now we're living the dream.
Yeah.
8 years later. Yeah. All right. So we're kind of recording this a little early tonight because our anniversary dinner, we had a little early so we could do this because we got to get up super early tomorrow because we're taking off. We are international travelers. Alan's heading one way and I'm heading the other. my nephew Jesse, I should say, is coming over to house sit. And I've been taking videos of everything he needs to do with the dogs and watering plants and showing him where everything is by video. So hopefully everything goes well there. But Alan, have you scheduled the Uber yet?
No,
you
I
need
haven't.
to. Alan is trying to get an Uber for what time?
Bad Influence Jeff wants me to pick him up between 4:45 and 5.
Yeah,
that's AM.
You're going to have to schedule an Uber. Are you going to risk there's going to be a driver available?
I don't know. I've never gone that early. I've gone early, but not that early.
And then I've got to get an Uber later because Emma, Kelly, and I are heading to the airport. You're going to Mexico, which we've been talking about on the podcast.
Right.
A couple of people are going with you, right? It's not an officially sanctioned podcast family vacation. There's a couple.
I only know of 2 people for sure, but I don't know if there'll be any others that just show up. I am not sure.
We'll see.
I'm not sure.
But Emma, Kelly, and I, for her graduation present, I've given her a cruise, and we're going to go on a European cruise in and out of Rome, and we're going to be hitting up Italy, France, and Spain.
Dime.
And then when we dock, we're taking off Thursday. We dock the following Friday. And then we have that whole day Friday and then Saturday. And we've got some really neat things lined up, apparently involving the Vatican. And apparently there's a big surprise. And I'm like,
you in that place?
Anybody can go in the Vatican. I mean, the Vatican
I don't think anybody can go in the Vatican.
Yeah, they have the courtyard where you can go and the Pope does the Mass and everything. I'm not Catholic, but I know this is a very big deal. And so somebody said there's going to be a surprise, but I'm like, am I going to meet the Pope? I don't even know. I have no idea what's going on.
I don't think you're going to meet the Pope.
What if I do?
If you meet the Pope?
What if I do?
Get a picture.
I will. I'll cheat. Pope, can I have a selfie?
Yeah.
Is that allowable?
If you meet the Pope, get a picture.
I don't know what's going on, but I know we're supposed to do some sort of tour involving the Vatican, and then we'll head back home. So it's going to be an interesting.
You know, all those times you said the whole world can
kiss my behind?
That included the Pope.
Yeah, included you.
And me.
Yeah.
Zoe.
Your mother, your sweet mother.
Golly,
my sweet mother.
Awful.
Well, you're the one that started that
so
nonsense.
Awful.
Anyway, but yeah, we're looking forward to that. So I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm very anxious. I've never been on a cruise before. I am really worried I'm going to do something wrong and show up with the wrong stuff. And they're like, you can't go. I just don't know, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Emma Kelly's just like, along for the ride, make sure we have Wi-Fi so she can watch Love Island. That's all she cares about.
10-day cruise to Rome, Italy. Where else? Spain?
France, Spain, and
France? Oui. Good eye, mate. So France, Italy.
Yeah, but apparently there's somewhere, I can't remember, is it Versailles? Versailles. There's some place where Amy said, we're probably not going to do the tourist stuff there because there's a real backlash against tourists and they're shooting them all with water guns. And I don't want, I just don't want to, I don't want people mad at me for showing up, to tour their beautiful city. Like the Bezos wedding was just in Venice. And there were protesters there saying, that the locals there had an issue with they were being priced out of their own city because people are buying up the properties using them for luxury rentals and they can't afford to even live in their own city anymore. So there's a backlash against tourism there. But then the other flip side is tourism is what's supporting so many people that live in your city. So I get it, but I don't want to be on the receiving end of hate just because I wanted to do a cool trip with my daughter.
Damn Yankee.
Yeah.
Go home.
You can't scroll your phone for more than 30 seconds without seeing somebody talking about GLP-1s. Maybe you've been close to trying them, but you're not a needle person, or maybe you're looking for a natural alternative. Well, let me introduce you to our podcast sponsor, Veracity. Their Metabolism Ignite, it's a natural plant-based GLP-1 alternative that is doctor recommended and clinically proven to help reduce hunger. Just 2 capsules with breakfast every morning. It's all you need. And one of the first things I noticed was I wasn't thinking about food all day. That food noise you always are constantly battling. Metabolism Ignite has no allergens, no caffeine, no negative side effects, and we love that. It's shown to reduce hunger by 85% and clinically proven to help lose an average of 9 pounds in 90 days. We really love that. Look, this stuff is sold out 10 times for a reason. So before it sells out again, make the switch to GLP-1s the natural way. Head to veracityhealth.co and use sandwich for up to 65% off your order. Once again, that's VERACITY sandwichhealth.co for up to 65% off. Make sure you use our promo code SANDWICH so they know we sent you. Now that I've reached a certain age, I realize how much my sleep affects me and everybody around me. It affects my energy, my mood, my patience. And I've also learned that I don't need to waste a lot on fancy sleep gadgets because one of the best things I've done is upgrade to Boll and Branch sheets. I noticed the difference from night one. They are incredibly soft, so breathable. It's because Boll and Branch's sheets are made with 100% organic cotton that's woven specifically for airflow. Now I don't wake up feeling hot with sheets sticking to my legs anymore. My sheets keep me cool and comfortable all night long. And they've actually gotten softer with every wash. They even did a survey of their customers. 94% of them said the same thing. I love my Boll and Branch sheets, and honestly, I can't imagine ever going back to any other bedding. Sleep cooler this summer with Boll and Branch during their annual summer event. For a limited time, get 20% off site-wide at bollandbranch.com/sandwich with code SANDWICH. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND, branch.com/sandwich. Code SANDWICH to take 20% off. bollandbranch.com/sandwich, code SANDWICH. Exclusions apply. I think everybody's had that moment where they say, I should start my own business. Now, maybe you've got an amazing hot sauce recipe, or you've gotten really great at making candles or jewelry, and all your friends keep telling you you should sell that stuff. Well, what's stopping you? If you've been sitting on a business idea, Shopify makes it easy to make it happen. Everything you need to start selling is included and ready from day one. When your first customer is ready to buy, Shopify checkout helps more people actually complete the purchase. And when they come back, their information's already saved. So checkout is quick and easy. One tap and they're done. Shopify handles all the technical stuff too, the setup and checkout, so you can spend your time growing your business and doing what you actually love. It's no wonder Shopify powers millions of businesses around the world, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to small businesses just getting started like yours. With Shopify, nothing stands between your idea and a real business, so go make it one. Start your free trial at shopify.com/sandwich. That's shopify.com/sandwich. One more time, shopify.com/sandwich.
Like some people say, don't tell people you're from America, tell them you're from Canada.
What?
That's what some people are saying, just to avoid the headache.
That makes me want to tell them I'm from America.
I know.
Give me a freaking break.
I know.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not going to.
Wait a minute. Back up.
What?
What countries are saying this?
Well, they're saying tourists when they're going over to Europe and stuff. Just
Where
to avoid,
in Europe?
France hates Americans. France has always hated
They'd
Americans.
all be speaking frickin' German if it wasn't for us.
I know.
So
but
maybe they should be nice.
A lot of people are just saying, I'm from Canada, just to avoid the
Screw
nightmare.
that.
I'm not going to do that. You know, I
ain't
can't
saying
lie.
I'm from freaking Canada.
I can't
no
lie.
disrespect to Canada, but
I'll be like, I'm from Texas, but I'm really nice.
oh my goodness.
Originally from South Carolina, that makes me even nicer.
That kind of miffs me a little bit.
Well, it is what it is. There's a
Who
backlash
told you
against
this?
tourism. There's a backlash. Go look on the news. There's a backlash against tourism right now.
Okay, so not only do they not like Americans, they don't want our money over there.
But I think a lot of it too is just media makes it look worse than what it is.
Yes.
They only report the bad stuff, not all the good stuff. That doesn't make the headlines. So it's going to be lovely.
Hopefully you have a wonderful experience.
I hope I have a wonderful
and I'm
experience.
sure you will.
I'm hoping that my daughter is appreciative, because what shows up on all my feed right now on Instagram, I've gotten the algorithm of all these parents on trips, these luxury vacations, showing their kids sitting there on their phones, unappreciative and bored. So I'm hoping that's not the case.
I'll be really interested for this debrief when you get back.
Well, the good news is Amy's daughter's going, and she's 10 months younger than Emma Kelly, I think, or give or take. And so she's got somebody there her own age that they can do a lot with. Because I remember when I took Emma Kelly on a mother-daughter trip down to Florida, and after one day I was going nuts, because there's only so much shopping I can take her to do, and she doesn't want to lay out with me, and I don't want to lay out. And we mercifully ran into a friend of mine from here, Holly, and her twins, who are the same age as Emma Kelly. And so they ran around with each other, the kids, and Holly and I hung out and drank wine and had a great time. So that was a godsend. I learned very quickly, mother-daughter trips when your kids are teenagers, attempt with caution, great caution.
Well,
so anyway,
you'll be doing that, and I'll be hanging out with Bad Influence Jeff.
Oh, I can't wait to hear your debriefing.
I'll tell you guys, $600 for this entire trip, all inclusive.
That's crazy.
I use points to pay for the for the flight.
So if you didn't have points, it'd be more than that. The flight's what's so expensive.
It would be $1,000. The flight was 400 and something.
That's it?
That's it. Well, yeah, Frontier.
Wow.
But I'll be lucky if they have a seatbelt for me.
You'll be fine.
They're gonna give me are they gonna start 2 motors or just one?
It's not Spirit. It'll be fine.
I think they really have 2 pilots up there, or is there just one? It's an upgrade to get 2 pilots.
Listen, it's easy to make them the butt of the joke, but as long as you get there safe and on time, that's all you can
I can't
ask.
say that about Frontier because I don't have any experience with
There you
Frontier.
go. So you're already bashing them.
I don't know why I am, but after I finish this trip, I will have a review of Frontier.
You know, it's
I guarantee you I'll have a review.
It's economy for a reason. You don't get all the frills, so don't complain when you don't get the frills
Well,
and the bells and whistles.
I upgraded my ticket a little bit. It was like
How so?
Well, it was like $50, and they give you. It's like a wash because it's like $50, and then you get a free carry-on. And then I got extended legroom. I got an exit row.
Well, that's nice. I get a free checked bag because I'm paying an exorbitant amount to fly to Europe. So there's that.
Dime.
But anyway, that's what we've got going on. I've still got my packing to do. Just realized I don't have a portable charger. So I sent Emma Kelly out to buy a portable charger. And that's how we're wrapping up our anniversary, is packing for separate vacations.
Yeah.
That's how your marriage survives, people. Separate vacations. Not really. This is the first separate vacation we're taking.
So Kelly did some, before we go on vacation, when Kelly and I go on vacation, we do the same thing when we go together. We always do a little like personal maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not denying that.
No.
Little spray tan, little,
Yeah.
mow things back a little bit.
Yeah.
So I don't do the spray tan.
Well, you don't need to.
I don't need a spray tan.
I do.
But I did mow things back.
Yeah.
Did you notice?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes the tattoos pop,
It does.
but I'm freezing.
Really?
Yes. I am absolutely.
That little bit of body hair made such a huge difference.
It makes a huge I'm not kidding.
Well, maybe
I'm not
that's
doing
why.
a bit.
Okay,
I'm
look.
freezing.
And then, well, maybe that's why women say they're cold all the time. You know how women are typically colder than men? It's because we don't have all that body hair.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something to that, I guess.
Well, I didn't want to look like a freaking Wookiee on the beach, so I mowed my stuff on my, pretty much everywhere.
You shave your legs too?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, Alan.
Smooth that is.
It's prickly already.
And it grows back in 3 days,
Yeah, I didn't know you shaved your legs.
But anyway,
legs. Why?
Well, I trimmed it, but there was a mound before you got home, babe. I mean, it looked like freaking
Sasquatch. Did you do it in the bathtub? There's whiskers all over the bathtub.
Maybe that's it. No, remember those?
Did you do it in the bathtub? Really, there's whiskers everywhere.
Remember those dudes in the old McDonald's characters? Like they were running around. They were those guys that just had legs and eyes and they were real furry.
Yeah.
That was like what was in the bottom of our shower.
One time Alan did personal grooming in the shower and he forgot to take it out. And I got in the shower, screamed and jumped because I thought there was a black rat in the corner of the shower. Remember that, honey? I don't know how you,
babe,
short of shaving your head, how did that much hair
babe,
amass?
That was nothing compared to this one I did today.
You're not that hairy.
Oh, I am a lot more than you think.
Well,
I'm a big man. I mean, there's lots of.
I did see whiskers on my tub.
Yeah, there's lots of area, right? So when you trim
acreage,
there really is. There's lots of area. So, I mean, give the listener.
You shave your areola. Speaking of area,
well, yeah, I shave those down. I'd say it's the size of the mound of hair.
Radish.
No.
Bigger.
Cantaloupe.
Oh my!
Yes,
that one.
yes, a cantaloupe.
What did you do with it?
I grabbed a piece of TP and I scooped it up, threw it away.
So gross.
It was real wet.
So gross.
It was all black.
All right. Well, eventually that black will turn to gray, and I'll still be loving you, baby.
All right, babe.
Ooh,
baby, I love your way.
Oh,
any day.
I was singing our dance. Again.
I got confused.
Ooh,
baby, I love.
No, I love you.
Oh, sorry. Speaking of, we need to resurrect Pickin and Grinnin.
After tonight's display?
Yeah, singing is fun. Singing
is fun.
We had some people that really liked that. I don't know if everybody liked it, but some people did. Let's resurrect that in the coming 6 months.
Well, I think the last song we did was so painfully bad. I was so humiliated. I never wanted to do it again. So let's pick something with a lower key.
We got to pick some. Oh, gosh, here we go.
Well, that's it. I don't want to scream.
Here we go.
I don't want to scream.
The key talk.
Yeah, I don't want to scream.
The key talk. What key would you like to play?
Low?
Then?
I don't know.
What key is that?
Lower.
What key is low?
Alto. I don't know. Just low. I'm not a musician.
I'll give you low.
But, okay, so next week, since we're going to be on vacation, you're going to be treated to a flashback episode, a very special episode from a previous podcast family vacation. So somebody asked me, when are you going to do the next podcast family vacation? I'm not really sure. With Emma Kelly going off to college this year and just so much going on, this year was completely out of the question. Maybe in 2026, we might resurrect the idea. But if you want to hear a blast from the past, you can check out one of our previous podcast family vacations, which will be a best of A Sandwich and Some Lovin' next week. And then following that, we'll be back with all of our adventures from Mexico, from my first ever cruise, and hopefully a lot of fun stuff to share.
It kind of looked like a black possum.
Oh my gosh, Alan. I thought we moved on from that. I don't want to end on a black, hairy, wet blob note. Anyway.
All right, babe. You got anything else?
No, I'm talked out, and I've got a list of things I've got to get packed.
It's 8:08.
Oof, let's go to bed.
Currently Central Time.
We got to be up so early.
I'm about 15 minutes from going to bed.
Yeah, we got a lot to do.
So I love you desperately.
I love you.
Love our listeners desperately.
I love y'all.
Happy 8th anniversary. I loved our wedding desperately. I loved our honeymoon desperately. I loved our rehearsal dinner desperately. I really did. I loved everything about our wedding desperately. I thought it was very, very nice. Everybody had so much, it seemed like they had so much fun.
It was. If we could afford it, we've said it before, I would do that wedding reception every weekend. It was so much fun.
The pictures turned out beautiful. I still look at them all the time. And I actually posted a few on my Instagram at the Alonzo 1971. Find us on the media at Kelly Raspberry on Facebook and Instagram.
On Facebook, I'm at Kelly Raspberry Evans.
There you go.
But yeah, for my public page.
And then we have social media on the at A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. Wacky marketing department does a really great job.
Our wackety marketing department is really cracking down on us, wanting to come up with.
Wacky's really trying to push the needle here. She's like pushing the envelope.
Like, let's do some stuff.
Yeah.
Let's think bigger and bolder.
Yeah, I mean,
the second half of 2025 and moving forward into 2026. So we got some strategic planning to do.
Maybe she came from the Live tour because, man, they do some marketing over there.
Maybe.
Good Lord.
We need to do something.
Not believe the amount of marketing those guys do.
Same people listening every week. We got to grow this thing.
What's wrong with the same people?
Well, we want to grow it. We want to. I love our faithful few, but man, it'd be nice to add to the fold. So it'd be really nice.
Well,
if people,
you know how you do that?
What? You have people recommend the podcast. Somebody just recommended a podcast to me that I just started listening to today. I would have never discovered it otherwise. It's called The Handsome Podcast. It's 3 female comedians who all happen to be lesbians. And it's
not that there's anything wrong with that.
Oh, one of them, Fortune Meester, I think is her name. Mm-hmm. We were watching Celebrity Pyramid. Mm-hmm. Alan and I played Celebrity Pyramid. He did it kicking and screaming, but he really had a good time. I turned down the volume, and
I'm the best guesser.
And I give the clues, and he guesses, and vice versa. We had a good time. She's one of the comedians on it, along with Tig somebody, and then another one. But I heard it for the first time today, and I really enjoyed it because somebody shared it with me. I would have never known about it otherwise. So if you love A Sandwich and Some Lovin', and you think there's other people in your little circle that might like it, please share, because that's the only way we're going to grow this family. And then when we have the next podcast family vacation, it can be even bigger and better.
There you go. Got anything else?
Like and subscribe and give us a 5-star review.
Okay.
I'm just begging at this point. It's a great anniversary present you can give us.
You got anything else?
I'm just saying.
Okay. Love you desperately.
Why do you ask me if I have anything else?
I love our listeners desperately.
And then shrug your
I love
shoulders
Mexico
when
desperately.
I do.
And I am sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye.